Good morning, class. Today's topic is different method of communication. So, here are three methods of communication. First is verbal, second is non-verbal, and third is visual. So, today we discuss what is verbal communication. Verbal communication is the sharing of information by using words. It is what most people used as a method of communication. We will learn about non-verbal and visual communication in next class. So here, verbal communication is important because if you do not use the right word, you will cause confusion and you will not able to communicate what you want. So, here are different types of verbal communication. First is oral or spoken communication, which means communicating or communication which involve talking. Verbal means talking. You are talking to somebody. You are exchanging information. So first is face-to-face conversation. Face-to-face means you all know that when you can see the listener. For example, group discussion, talking to family member at home, or conversation with public through speeches. Next is talking on a phone. This is for personal and official communication. Phone conversation should begin with a greeting, which is hello, hi, talking and listening to each other, and the conversation can end with a thank you or a bye. Next is classroom teaching. Business discussion and public speech are other example of oral communication, which are one where one person talk to many other at once. So next type is written communication. Communication which involve writing, typed or written things. So first example is writing letters, notes and emails. So you write something, you share that particular information with the help of written communication. Second is SMS. So short message service. These can be sent through a phone to a person or a group. So you can share a message or SMS to a person or to a group. Next is using email. Email we use to share news, thought, documents and file, which include photos, music and videos, and can be send messages to a person or a group. Of course, again, we can send email to a particular single user or to a group. And last is book and newspapers. So, these are the example of written communication. Next, we talk about the advantages of verbal communication. So, the very first advantage is verbal communication is easy and quick. You all know it's very easy and it's really quick. If you're talking to a phone, you ask something, you will get a quick reply. So, you can say what you want and get a quick response. It is an easier form of communication when you have to exchange ideas. You keep changing your communication as per the other person replies. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to say that particular thing only. If the user, the other person reply, you can change that thing according to your conversation. So, when there is advantage, there are also disadvantages. So, the disadvantages of verbal communication is, the most common disadvantages of verbal is, it is the cultural difference between the sender and the receiver of the information. These differences may be due to the use of different languages, inability to understand, or to the individual, or the accent. The accent sometimes play this. Like we are speaking something and the other person is not getting what we are actually trying to say. So that is, there is a disadvantage of verbal communication. Mainly the language problem cause the disadvantages. Okay, the next topic is public speaking. This is also very major important role, public speaking. So what is public speaking is? Speaking in front of a large group make most people nervous. So by preparing, or we can say get prepared, we are using 3 Ps, so that by this method we can get over a fear and become a confident and effective speaker. So the 3 Ps stands for, first P stands for prepare, second P stands for practice, and third P stands for perform. So prepare means think about. For your first thing in prepare is you have to think about your topic. You have to think that what is your topic, all the data you can collect. Second is think about what you listener need to know about the topic. You have to think in a form of listener, that what listener want to listen, and according to that you have to collect that information. Third is think about the best way to make your listener understand your topic. And of course, when you are speaking something, you should know that what are you speaking is actually understandable by the listeners. So they should understand what your topic is. And last is write what you plan to say. So you have to write, you have to make a flow, a diagram which can help you for your preparations. Next is practice. So you all know practice make a man perfect. Practice by yourself first. So first you have to practice by yourself only. Talk in front of the mirror. Talk in front of your family and friends and ask them what they think. And in that particular thing, you have to speak very clearly, loudly, and at the right speed. Right speed means you don't have to be very fast and you don't have to be very low. You have to speak according to the environment, according to the topic. That is your right speed. So last P stands for perform. So here's the moment. So I can understand when we have to perform, we get little nervous. So for there, just you have to take a few deep breath if you are feeling nervous. And last is you have to think what you have prepared. So think about what you have prepared and start speaking confidently. So here the verbal communication is completed. So your homework for today is you have to write down the different types of verbal communication and you have to give an example for each type. This is your homework for today. Again, I'm repeating the question. Write down the different type of verbal communication and give an example for each type. Thank you, students. Have a good day. Keep safe yourself. Stay at home.